guys, it's Adele from Inky Quill here, and I thought because my scrapping space was so clean, I would take you on a tour of my scrap space and hopefully give you some ideas for some organisation that you could use in your own space. So this is my desk space, and it's the very first time I've actually had my own desk, so I'm very excited about this. And it's right in the lounge room in front of our TV, which works out beautifully for watching many hours of television while I scrap, and it's right next to my husband's desk. So first of all, I've got a nice big tabletop, which is something that I looked for when buying a table so that I can spread out all of my stuff and not worry about putting piles and piles on top of each other. On my desk over here, I've got some fresh flowers. This little bowl, I just chuck leftover bits and pieces that I just want to use up. So that's just got random little bits that I just am keen to use up. Here I've got all of my tools, my scissors, my glue tape, and then my pens, and then another little bowl with all of my date stamps. And I usually only stamp in black, so I just leave my stays on there too. I've got this really cool light from Typo that can bend and move, which is really handy for scrapping at night time. I often do hide papers and things under my cutting mat so that they don't get squashed. Here I've just got some of the goodies for my December daily, which I'll be starting this afternoon. And I have two Raskogs, so this one and then another one hiding over there. So this one up the top, I've got all of my thickers, and I store them in the 6x12 Project Life sleeves. I just find it easier to pull them in and out, and I've just kind of got them sorted with the same colours together. And then in this back one, they're my coloured ones. I don't have a lot of coloured thickers. Most of them are all gold, silver, black and white. And then I have these sleeves, which have all the same coloured alphas together in one lot, so it makes it easier when I'm searching for something. If I'm looking for pink alphas, I know that they're all in there. Grey and orange are in there. And I also have this little pocket where I keep my teeny tiny alphas. These are the little baby ones that I don't want to lose, and I use them all of the time. So, oh, sorry about the focus there. I use them all of the time, so that little pouch just slips in there. Up here I've got my little bowl of notes and things, goodies. I use them a lot, so I just prefer to keep them all in the one spot so that I can easily reach for them. And this is the Heidi Swap gold value pack. On the next shelf, these are all my December daily goodies, and I will be going through them in another video, so stay tuned for that. And down the bottom I have millions of glue tape, so I never run out. And I've got some extra printer ink. This is kind of my extras little tray, a couple of new mini albums that I want to get done. So I don't usually use that bottom shelf very often. The other Raskog, the top shelf, let me just move these out of the way. The top shelf has all of my 4x6 cards, and they're all sorted by colour. And it's quite handy because I can also just pull this out if I want to take it somewhere, if I want to scrap on the couch, which makes it handy. And then around the side here, these are ones that I'm yet to sort. I've got to put them in. On the next shelf, that's where I keep all of my kits. So I've got my, I subscribe to 4 different kits. I'm a creative team member for the Scrappery, so I get their kits. I also get Citrus Twist, Gossamer Blue and Studio Calico. So I just pop them there in their little plastic sleeves, or clip them together if I'm only down to a few bits and pieces, and so that way I know where they all are. And the bottom shelf is just kind of miscellaneous bags, spare Studio Calico boxes, and also just all of my grid cards and plain Project Life cardstock. Next up, this is the side that I probably use most. I tuck my paper trimmer in there so it's easy to grab. Down here, I've got my spotty bucket of enamel dots. So in here, I've got heaps and heaps of enamel dots, and I usually reach for those every spread. And next to it, just a little pot of tags. Behind that, I have this box that's got all of my ephemera, so various little kits, Maggie Homes, all sorts of little ephemera bits and pieces in there. I got this from this blue container, I think from Masters, and it's a really good size. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. Just right. Behind that, I've just got a plastic container with all of my punches. I don't have many, just a few basic shapes that help me when I want to use a punch to make like a tag or things like that. Down here, these are my prized possession. These three containers, sorry. The top one, and I just keep my crop bag under here too, out of the way. This top one, they're all from Bunnings, and I really like these containers because they've got different sized spots to put your bits and pieces, and you can also take them out. So for example, for my December daily, I know I'm going to be using lots of stars and lots of arrows, so I can just take those two containers out while I'm working on my December daily, put the rest away and not worry about it. So I keep my wood veneer, my cork. These are some cork embellishments that I just stamped. I just stamped on some self-adhesive cork and then punched the shapes out. Miscellaneous wood veneer, stars, sequins, hearts, arrows, letters and numbers. I've got my sequins in here too. And then just some brads, paper clips, resin flowers. So yes, I reach for this every time I do a spread. And I'll just pop this down here. And the next two are my cards. Now, which one do I want to show first? The other one. They are quite heavy. Now, I was tossing up between getting the close to my heart storage container that I'm sure you've all seen before, but I decided to go for these, what are they called? Tactics organisers from Bunnings, just because I like the feature that you can just take out a section at a time. So if I know that I want to use just two particular colours, I can just grab those sections, pull them out, and I can just put this big chunky box out of the way. So the way I took the plunge about 6 months ago and colour coordinated all of my Project Life cards, and I have a lot. I think I have 8 core kits, 9 maybe now, some of which I've split up with a friend or I've sold, but I still do have a lot of cards. So this container here is just sorted by colour. So we've got pink, and they're just all the pink cards. More pink. I seem to have a lot of pink, and I'm not a really girly pink person, so figure that one out. Purple. I have 1 purple card. I don't know why that is. Have you noticed that there's not that much purple? There is, I guess, in the Rain Project Life core kit, but most of them don't have a lot of purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, grey, black, white, and then I put brown and cream and tan together. So a few people have asked me how I figure out where a card goes. So say this one, for example. So it's got 2 sides. pink side and a turquoise side, I call that. If I have multiples of that card and I like both of the sides, I usually just, say if I've got 4 of them, I put 2 in pink and then turn it over to the other side and 2 in turquoise. If, for example, I only like one side, I only like the pink and I know I probably won't use the turquoise, I'll either put them all in pink or I might just put most of them in pink and then just maybe 1 in the turquoise. If I don't like either side, which does happen occasionally, I'll put them in a separate pile and I'll usually put those up in a bundle kit deal on the Project Life Australia Facebook garage sale page, or I'll give them to a friend, or because there's no point putting something in here that I know I'm not going to use. So that's how, if I've only got, now this is the hard part, if I've only got one card, just one, and I like both sides, I have to take this, I have to take the plunge and just choose one of them. That's the way I do it. And whenever I'm looking for a card, I always check the other side anyway, just to make sure I'm not covering up something that I'm totally in love with. So that's the first container, and they fit perfectly in there. And the second container is a bit more themed. So these are some 4x4 from, I think, possibly a Schmiel cut apart or some sort of cut apart page. The rest are all sorted by theme. So these ones here are all text. They're all words, they're all quotes. So things like this. Sweet. So I could put that in a protector and not do a single thing to it. Or there's some Heidi Swap ones in here. So these all have to have some sort of word thing on them, and they're sort of in colour order as well, just to make it easier to find them. So they're all words. Here I have floral. Now if a card, for example, is just all pink floral, it will go in pink, but if it's got a few colours in it, then it goes in here. So they're just various florals. And there's no order to these, they're just all in there. And just also some paper that I've cut down into 3x4 size. Over here are my journaling prompts. So, yeah, they're just journaling prompts. So currently reading, who, where, morning routine, quotes, some currently things mum say, this happened, she said, say what, that type of thing. So if I know that I've got a funny quote that someone said, or if I'm looking for, I don't know, just who, where, what. There's a lot of the Jade edition in here actually, that have those who, what, where type cards. Next up we've got days and months, and I need to sort, I haven't sorted these yet, but anything that's got like a day at the top, day of the week, or they're for a particular month, or they're a blank calendar like this, I just chuck them all in here. So they're all to do with days and months. Oh, next category. And the last one for this little spot is numbered. So there, as the name suggests, all the ones that are numbered. Over here we've got, there are some cards that I just can't figure out what colour they are, like this one. It's no particular colour. So I separate my multicoloured into 2 sections, and I got this idea off another YouTube video I found. Oh, I don't know who it was by, but she did the same thing and I thought it was a really good idea. So I've got one that says brights and one that says muted. So the brights have all of those really bright colours, and the muted has more of those duller tones. So they're still multicoloured, they're just not as bright as the other ones are. And up here I've got arrows and symbols. So there's a lot of ampersands in here. then ledger and lined, any ledger paper, and I've also got one of the Project Life cardstock kits in here too. And then these are my themes. So I've got food. So I've got food. Celebrations and birthdays. I think this is one of those theme kits mostly. Weather and seasons. I find especially in the Studio Calico kits, you get a lot of season based ones as well, so I just pop them in here because quite often, because I'm in Australia, the seasons are completely wrong. So I think one of the last ones I got had all autumn themed cards and things like that, so I just pop them all in here for the next year. And then travel, and then these are all my specialty ones. So I've got some vellum, some wood veneer, some of the cutout ones from one of the Heidi Swap value kits, glitter, more vellum, little pockets, some of the cutouts from the We Are Memory Keepers kits, and that's it. So that's my card storage. Epic. Down here I keep my 6x6 pads in one of these little Masters boxes again, and I cannot fit another pad in here. I'm not allowed to buy another one until I finish those off. Under here I've got some spare paper, some spare sleeves, and a big 12x12 paper pad that I use sometimes. Down here, these are all, I made myself a wedding kit for my wedding album, so that's my album there, and 12x12 papers for it. Photos, embellishments, and some more embellishments in there. Over here, this is my little, let me just move back, my little cube set that I got from Masters, and I just pop a few bits and pieces that I use all the time in here. Up the top I've got my planner and my printer. Over here, this is probably the section that I use most. In this magazine file, these are all my stickers. So I've got, and what I do is I put them together and put them into mini page protectors just to keep it together really. I was just finding that I was forgetting that I had certain things, or I was looking for a label and I couldn't find the exact label that I needed. So this is all my labels, and then my tiny word stickers I just keep out because I use them every time. What have we got? We've got cork, other tiny words, so they're ones that I don't always use. These are just miscellaneous shapes. Those sticker books wouldn't fit in the plastic sleeve. We've got days of the week things, numbers, and stickers. So that's that one. And then this magazine file is everything but stickers. So at the front I've just popped some new bows that I just got. We've got envelopes and pockets, rub-ons, buttons and chipboard, brads, ephemera, vellum. That one wouldn't fit. And these are just like mini files and more mini pockets. I keep my modelling paste and my gesso just there with my spatula. This box just has all my scraps, so whenever I'm cutting down a 12x12 or chopping a piece of cork or anything like that, I just put that in there for later. Here are all of my stamp goodies. So I've got my stencils, my mists, my stamps. At the back I've got my acrylic blocks, and then just some extra little bits and pieces. And these, there's nothing particularly interesting there. Some stationery, some things to sell, some cleaning products. I've got my gelatos, flare, washi tapes, baker's twine, and I think my video is about to run out, so I've got to go. thanks for watching, guys. And if you've got any other questions about anything that you've seen, just hit me up with a comment. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.